Hey, Lynn.
Yes.
They got a line in here.
They got
an ID in here.
I got an ID in her.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Well, sounds like it's a lot better than it was a few minutes ago, so.
I appreciate the positivity.
So,
I'll go with you.
so I was told to leave you guys. You guys can go back down to contact points.
Okay.
So,
Finish his investigation.
Do you want me to finish what I'm doing, or do you want to restart?
I'll talk to her.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay if I hug you? Are you sure?
Dad is Riverside.
Yeah, I got all his info on the tow back for things.
Are these your sandals outside?
Yeah, it's my stuff right
you-
there. Sorry, you can just
you can
kick
kick it in the door
You
here.
can kick it on in. I don't know if my phone's there or not. Just,
Do you want another water?
I would love one, please.
Do you need water?
Take one.
Oh, is that my daughter? Is she still here?
Yes, she's with Dad. She's with
She's still here. Thank you.
Matt. So I know that talking with them, you already gave them a whole rundown.
It's fine.
Just want to know exactly what happened and how everything happened.
Your name's Dewey.
I was the one that initially showed up and started talking with you guys
Thank
after
you.
fire. So,
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
so what? Take me through. I know you guys were down at 3 dunes.
Yeah.
Take me through everything step by step, as much detail as you can from there.
Okay. We were time to go. So we packed the shit up. Everything was a normal day, regular. And packed the stuff up, started heading north. You're asking for as much detail, so I know it's probably shit you don't care about, but whatever.
I'm here to listen, find out what's going on.
We were running up the lake as normal. I was holding her with a wet swaddle on her to keep her shaded and cool, and with everything else, her hat wet. I get her wet, obviously. Everything's fine. It was hot as fuck, as you know, so we decided to cool off. We rolled into Lovers, or whatever.
What do you guys call that cove?
Lovers.
Lovers Cove.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard him call a couple of things. So we pull in there. We have the curl through in our boat, so we keep it real cool down there for the girls with the fans and wet stuff. So I laid her down there to go jump in the water and cool off. I was in the water for maybe 2 minutes, just jumped in, and get back on the boat. And I got back on the boat, went down to go get her, to hold her, and obviously I feed her a lot and run her sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Went to go get her. Do you have kids? I do.
Are they young kids?
I've got a 1-year-old and I've got another one that's due this Wednesday. So
Congratulations.
thanks.
What I was asking that was freeze dried fruit. My 2-year-old obsessed with these freeze dried strawberries. It looked like a strawberry. I don't know how I know that was so weird. And I just grabbed it and I realized it was blood and mucus. Obviously, I freaked out and took my jacket off. She's not okay, so I grabbed my husband really quick and gave her to him and said, do CPR. And I immediately grabbed my phone, which was right there, and called 911. He continued CPR. I called 911, checked on our other daughter. She was responsive and okay. Tired, but okay. And here we are.
Okay, so do you know for sure, 100% certain that when you laid her down, you said she was asleep, right? When you laid her down in the mid cabin of the boat? You said you were holding her on the way back up from Three Dunes.
Yeah, I was holding her. I don't know. Somewhere with a baby, kind of asleep, kind of not like, her eyes were closed, but like if you lay her down, like she's gonna respond. She has that reflex. Mm-hmm. And she did her cute little faces and whatnot when I laid her down. She was falling asleep. Like she was absolutely 100% okay.
Like for sure she was breathing?
Yes.
You saw like the rise and fall of her chest?
Yes, she was 100% okay when I laid her down.
Okay.
1,000%, for sure.
Okay. And then you jumped in the water, and it was right there where we contacted you guys at, right? Right there in that part of the cove. Mm-hmm. Not all the way to the back, but right there.
No, we didn't. We killed it, jumped in, and we were getting on. We immediately floated into it. We weren't in the water for more than a couple of minutes.
And it wasn't anchored. It was just floating.
No, we were just
floating.
Just killed the motor to jump in and get out, just to cool off.
Okay. And so you jumped in. 2 minutes later, got out, and then you went in.
Grab her.
You went in to grab her in the mid cabin of the boat right there.
Yes.
Now, when you laid her in there, I know that you said there was some fans in there to try to cool it down. Did you put any wet article of clothing over top of her?
Over her face, no. Around her head, and then over her body, yes.
Her face was completely uncovered?
Completely.
Okay. At all during the day, did you guys have her in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she at any point did her head ever go underwater?
No.
Not ever?
No.
How deep in the water would you say on her body the water went? Up to like her chest? Okay. And the entire time she was in the water, was someone holding her, or was she just kind of floating in a floaty or anything?
I was holding her if she was on the water, or in her little floaty, but I also hold the floaty.
Okay.
I don't just...
So she was never unattended, your eyes weren't off of her?
Absolutely not, never.
Okay.
I hold the floaty if she didn't and tell her how perfect she is.
And there's absolutely no way that she was able to intake any water from the lake? When was the last time that you said that you breastfeed, when was the last time that she ate?
On the way there.
On the way from
leaving Three Dunes.
Up to there?
She had a 4-ounce bottle at Three Dunes.
4-ounce bottle of breast milk as well?
At Three Dunes.
Okay.
That was the last one she had. Most current, recent. My husband fed her on the beach. And then she eats all the time. She's a little hungry. We call her Hungry Hippo. She eats all the time.
Okay, hold that thought 1 second. Let me just have my partner go and check on something for me. Okay? Thank you. Do me a favor. Sarge wants as much of a detailed update on the baby, and also to try to find out core temperature of the baby. Core temp? Core temp. Have Lopez go and get that information as best he can and relay it to Sarge, that way he has it. What's that?
Are you asking for an update on her?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, the reason I'm asking that is because talking with the fire guys when they were doing CPR, there was a lot of fluid coming out of her mouth.
Her mouth?
A lot of fluid.
Okay.
So I'm trying to understand how there's a lot of fluid coming out of her mouth.
Okay.
I mean, I know at 4 months old she's not taking a whole lot of water, or she's not taking any water. She's not taking a whole lot of milk, breast milk. So it sounds like it was a pretty substantial amount of fluid coming out. So we're just trying to understand how's that possible. You know what I mean? Like how that much fluid is coming out of such a small infant. That's why I'm asking if there's any chance that she didn't take any water or anything at all. I mean, even a couple of seconds since she like dunked her head in or something like that. That's why I'm trying to understand. And it could be nothing, and it could be something, but I'm trying to understand because this is obviously a big thing. So, just trying to understand why that would have been. No idea. Okay. How long was it from the last time that she was in the water to, I guess, let me back up. Where was it that she was in the water with you guys? Was it
We were, I was on my knees on the sand. And I
at
was
Three
just-
Dunes?
Yeah.
Okay. How long prior to her not breathing was it, do you think? Rough estimate of time.
From the water?
Like
When
from
she
the
was in
time
the
that
water
she,
to that point in time?
yeah, when she got out of the water to the point in time where she stopped breathing.
2 hours.
2 hours.
If I that's a very rough estimate. I don't.
How long were you guys at Three Dunes
We got
after she came out of the water? Like when she got out of the water, how long did you guys stay at Three Dunes?
I'm guessing that was about 2 hours.
Okay. And then how long does it normally take you guys to get from Three Dunes up to Lover's
long.
Cove? No, not long. It's a pretty fast boat, right?
Pretty quick.
Okay.
It was pretty slow down the water.
Okay. Okay. So I guess now the only thing that I'm just trying to understand is how there was so much fluid, and the fluid would have been in her lungs when they were doing compressions. You know, how would there have been that much fluid in there?
I haven't been told this yet. I don't. What
Okay.
else do you know?
That's all that I know. I talked to the fire guys before I left to come down here, and I said, "Hey, like, what's going on?" And they just said that there was a lot of fluid that had come out of a small baby, and so they were kind of curious as to if it was a drowning incident or what it was. Because talking to you and Matt, it seemed like it was more of a heat-related issue, because you guys were saying that she wasn't in the water and she never ingested any water. So that's why it's just talking to them and what they saw as the medical professionals, and then talking to you guys and trying to find out how that much water would have been in her system. So did you guys at any point, even if she wasn't in the water, dump any water over top of her to cool her down or anything like that?
I wouldn't know. She's
Okay.
just a baby.
Well, I mean, but if you wanted to cool her down, putting some water over top of her would have cooled her down too.
Right.
Was she in the life vest the entire time on the boat and everything?
Yes, always.
She was.
100%.
And was that the life jacket that you guys used when she was in the water at Three Dunes?
No.
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 You guys had it's a different one?
Yeah. It's not a life jacket. It's a baby floaty.
Like a kind of disc style floaty that she sits in, or?
It's called Mambo Baby. It's pink, and she harnesses in and has a pillow and a canopy.
Okay. It's called what? Mambo Baby?
Yeah. Amazon.
Okay. Okay.
She just started sucking.
Sucking her thumb. You can breathe. Take time. Take as much time as you need.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sitting here and accusing you guys of anything. I'm just trying to
I
understand, you know.
I understand. I know. I had a pink swaddle on her to cover her legs in the water so she doesn't get burned. And she put her hand in her mouth a couple times. There was maybe 2 times when she would suck her thumb. The swaddle was over her fist. But obviously I saw that, so I took it. I don't want her to suck her thumb anyways, because I want to be able to take it away when she's her age. So I took it out and gave her the passy, but that would be the only time that she could have ingested water, was when she went to suck her thumb.
You said that she had a 4-ounce bottle at 3 Dunes.
Yes.
About what time do you think that was?
I don't know. My husband would know better. I had my 2-year-old in the water. I don't know.
How often does she normally eat?
All the fucking time. All the time.
And it's a mixture of bottle and breastfed?
I pump to bottle, or I just feed her. It's just breast milk, though. It's only breast milk.
Okay. So she had a 4-ounce bottle while you were down there, and then
Correct.
the only
she had
other.
a couple. I mean, she had a couple bottles.
How long were you
She
guys down
gave
at 3
me-
Dunes?
We got there probably close to noon, 11:30 or noon,
What time did you guys launch the boat?
10:30.
10:30, and then did you guys go straight down there
We went through the channel
through the channel from Windsor?
from Windsor. We launched at Windsor.
Okay.
We went through the channel. We stopped in Thompson, got wet, and got everybody wet, and went down to 3 Dunes.
Was it
Please.
You want to introduce from fire. You want to statements from fire.
Marty?
Marty.
Do you
Talk
have
to
an update?
talk to Marty and
Okay. What'd you say?
Do you have an update? Anything, please, anything.
I don't, not yet, no. I'll see what I can find.
talk to Marty and then find out like what the condition of the baby was when they arrived. Wet, warm, cold, dry. Just find out as much info as you can on that from Marty with fire. So you launched at Windsor at about 10:30. You went through the channel, stopped in Thompson Bay, jumped in. Everyone got wet. Did the baby get wet?
Yeah.
But was she in the floaty, her life jacket?
No, it dipped her.
Just dipped her?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from Thompson Bay, where'd you guys go?
3 Dunes.
3 Dunes? Okay. And so you were at 3 Dunes from 11:30 until
4:30.
about 4:30? Okay. Okay.
I keep her cool. We bring fans. They're on our boat. Yeah, with multiple fans.
Did she ever get super warm to the touch or like super warm or anything? No?
No, and I keep her cool. I do. We bring chamois too, and then I have them cut into strips.
Okay.
I get that wet. I put that on her. I keep a swaddle on her.
Okay.
I feed her all day. She eats so much.
Do you, I guess, is she like on a feeding schedule, like where she takes so much every so often, or just whenever she gets fussy, you feed
Whenever
her?
she wants to eat, I feed her.
Okay. Okay. Well,
She's just
I guess, like I said, the only thing that I'm just trying to figure out is what that fluid was, and which obviously I'm going to have to talk to some of the medical professionals about what that was and try to figure out why that was in her system, you know, if it was breast milk or if it was water or what it was. So that's where we're kind of at. I need to go talk to them as well, but I'm going to talk to Matt and same thing, just have him run me through the entire day and figure everything out. So, you okay? As okay as you can be for a mom going through a terrible thing? Sorry you're going through this. I don't know what it's like, but, you know, putting myself in the situation with my kids, I can only imagine what you're going through right now, in your head and everything. And if there's anything I can do to help, then I'll do what I can, of course. So, sorry you guys are going through this right now. So,
Can I just go see Matt?
yeah, I'll let you see that real quick. If you want to grab your water, how about you have it? And then I'm going to bring him in here and talk to him as well, okay? You want any of your stuff here, your shoes or anything? You want me to bring one of the chairs out for you to sit in?
It's okay, thank you.
Alright. Matt, if you want to come in, I'll...
She's with Gigi. Hey, we need to go get Devin. She wanted to go with her.
I want to give you guys another update. So we finally got a line and we lost it, but we do have another line. It's an IO, so it's not the best line, okay? Baby is still with us. Baby had a pneumo, so we had a needle decompressor.
What's that?
That's when your lungs collapsed. So anyhow, so that's what happened. So we're already starting to transfer. She's still with us, but she's still obviously super critical, okay? But I wanted to give you guys another update. I told them again that you guys, they're just trying to finish up, and then they're gonna have you guys come back, okay?
Thank you for that.
Yeah. I had them call dietary to try to get you guys like some snacks or some drinks, just because of all the stuff going on, you know what I mean? You gotta water yourself too. There's not really much more. We couldn't get blood or anything, so I can't, we're not looking at the blood to see like what her stuff is. Yes, the heat. The heat is very bad. Remember when I told you a lot of times, especially because of how young she was, we've had, every year we have a lot of kids that are not used to here, and the people don't know, it's just this heat is horrendous, and the heat is usually what winds up doing this. Even though you dunked her and stuff like that, it's just because of how young she is, you know what I mean? It's not that you did anything wrong. I promise you did everything right. Thank God that CPR was started right there, because I can guarantee you if CPR wasn't started right away, you guys would not be having the baby with you. So that literally saved her, okay? Yes. So far, they're doing everything they can, and so far, we're making small improvements, but they're improvements. Okay. So, I'm going to go back up here, and then, like I said, as soon as I can get you guys back, then we're going to get you back. It shouldn't be too much longer. Okay? We're gonna try and get her flown out to Sunrise and stuff. But
Is that
Vegas? Yeah, it's Vegas.
Can we just talk to
I'm going to come back up here, and then I'll come back and get you guys in just a minute, okay?
Thank you.
We're not looking at that.
I know.
Let me just go talk to them.
I am.
Alyssa, right? If you just want to hang out here, like hang out back here, I know you probably want to...
Sit right there.
You want this water,
fine.
Alyssa?
I have one.
She has one in
Want your
here.
shoes?
No, I'm not. I kicked. No.
So if you want to just hang out back here, don't congregate up there. They'll let you guys go up there as soon as they possibly can. Okay.
Right here.
Okay. How you holding up, Matt?
As best I can.
Well, I'll tell you, man, you're taking it pretty well. I've got a 1-year-old and I've got another one due this Wednesday, so we're on the same. I can't understand exactly what you guys are going through, but I'm trying to put myself in the shoes that you guys are in to try to,
I appreciate it.
So just kind of run me through the entire day and what you guys, when you launched the boat, what time, where.
Like 10:30. When she woke up at like 9 or 9:30, we got her ready. We went up to 3 Dunes. We were there till like 4:30, and then I had her most of the day. Tanna, I had her pretty much most of the day underneath an easy with a fan in the shade, and I fed her a couple bottles, and then at 4:30 we packed up to leave. We rode down to Lover's Cove. Mom was holding her. She was breastfeeding the whole way. She was fussy before we left, thought she was hungry. We got to Lover's Cove and she was asleep. We wanted just to hop in the water to cool off, so we put her underneath. The boat has a little mid coming, it was off. Hopped in the water for like 2 or 3 minutes at the most, came back out and her nose was bleeding. And then once she told me, we started doing CPR right away.
Okay, so you had her with you most of the day?
I had her with me pretty much the whole day.
Did you guys get in the water with her?
She got dunked by her, but I never got in the water with her, no.
Did you see her dunk her?
I didn't see her dunk her.
Okay.
She was in a little floaty thing when we first got there. She didn't really like it, so it's like keeps her fully out of the water, just her toes in the water in the morning, and I didn't. She wasn't in there since the morning.
Okay. So I guess, so you guys left up there at 4:30, and then you guys just
Around
came straight
4:30,
up,
4:30.
around 4:30, and you guys came up to what you guys call Lover's Cove.
Yeah,
Right there, the cove that we contacted you.
right.
in. Okay.
They both fell asleep. One was on each side of the little benches in there.
Okay.
The 2-year-old and her both fell asleep
Both fell asleep in there
on the ride.
on the ride up.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you guys were at Lover's Cove and you guys got in, who all got in then?
Me and Alyssa.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were both asleep on the cushion.
Okay.
Then we went to leave the boat. We were standing on the swim set going pee, and then
Okay. So, is there any possible way that she could have ingested any water or
no, I
anything?
think she probably later spit up and choked on herself.
Okay.
But no, I don't think it's possible she ingested any water at any point in the day.
Okay. And when you've obviously started CPR as soon as you found out she wasn't breathing.
Correct.
Okay. Did you see her prior to you guys getting in the water when she was laying there?
I saw my Alyssa put her down in there.
Okay. Do you know for certain? Because obviously I already talked to Alyssa. Do you know for certain that she was well and breathing at that time?
I don't know for certain, but I assumed that she was.
Okay. You didn't like see rise and fall of her chest or anything.
No,
like that?
she was wearing a life jacket.
Okay. Okay. And that was the life jacket that you handed me off of the
Yeah.
boat? Okay. Did she wear that life jacket at all when she got in the water today?
No, because she was in that floaty thing in the morning.
Okay. Okay. See, and you said that she was with you most of the day, but when she was with you, you never actually had her in the water.
No, I was sitting in a chair underneath an easy up the whole day, or she was in a little swing on the easy up.
Completely out of the water?
Completely
Not
out of the
even
water.
like lower half in the water? Nothing?
nor was I.
Okay. Okay. The one thing that I'm trying to understand, and I told Alyssa the same thing, is that when I got back, well, after you had left and before I came down here, I spoke with the fire guys, the Havasu Fire Department guys that showed up and grabbed her and transported her. They said that there was a lot of fluid that when they were pumping during CPR was coming out of her mouth, so coming out of her lungs. So I'm just trying to understand how that would have happened.
I'm assuming it's milk,
Okay.
but she never went in the water at any point except for in the morning, the very first thing. I noticed when I was doing CPR too, a lot of fluid was coming out too. And I could see chunks of like milk, coagulated milk, like as if it was like a spit up, almost is what it looked like.
Okay. What color was it?
White.
White?
And then obviously there was blood.
Okay. Don't take it as me saying that you guys did anything wrong. I'm just trying to obviously understand the situation and understand why, if she wasn't anywhere near the water, because obviously that kind of looks more like a drowning scenario than a possible heat-related scenario. To me as a non-medical professional, but I do this full time, so I see it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand how that may have happened, you know.
Yeah. She wasn't wet or anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was really all that I had to ask.
Yeah, I noticed the fluid too.
Okay. And there's absolutely no way that you know of that she could have ingested any water?
No, absolutely.
Absolutely not. Okay. All right. I'll let you have your time with
Okay, thank you, sir.
if you want the water.
We'll give you that one.
If you guys want, you guys can have that room instead of being in the hallway.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll come back and check up in a few minutes.
Thank you.
You guys need another water?
You guys got it. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, here, oh, thank you so much.
Of course.